Today is sugars and fats. This goes back to the 60s, folks, when Americans were starting to obviously gain weight. Our health was going down the toilet. We were developing a lot of the early stages of what we see today. And when we looked at where it was coming from, the lobbyists got involved and they shifted it away from the problem, which was sugars, and they moved it over to the real problem, or the perceived problem rather, which is fats. And that's when you got into diet sodas, and you got into low fat this and low fat that. And so we just wanted to clarify a couple of things for you today. When we look at sugars, we got natural and artificial, okay? Natural sugars primarily you're going to see in your fruits. Natural sugars are okay within reason. So berries are going to be very good for you. Let's have berries in the morning. And things like mangoes, watermelon, we really have to be careful with those because that can really increase your blood glucose levels, or your glycemic index. And that's where the problem then becomes, is that we have too much of it. Okay, just like everything else in life, right? So with natural fruits, it's going to increase your blood glycemic level, your glucose levels. The problem with that is it creates inflammation within your body. All sugars, processed and natural, create this inflammatory response. It's going to feel, you're going to feel it in your joints, you're going to feel it in your gut as far as how your gut's processing foods. So if we're going to have natural fruits, folks, let's have them in the morning. So like berries for breakfast, with your breakfast foods. Midday snack can be Granny Smith apples, some almond butter, that type of stuff. Artificial sweeteners come from processed foods. It just needs to be avoided. There's nothing good I can say about it. There's nothing that's going to benefit you that I can say about it. All of our conversation is going to be long and deep on how it negatively affects you. So avoid it. Anything processed, avoid it. Fair enough? So that's what happens with sugars. Now you also got to realize with sugars is that sugar feeds cancer. Let me say that again. Artificial sugars feed cancer. If you question that, look up the PET scan. It's a way of detecting where cancers are within your body, and that will explain to you that cancers have a 5 times more affinity for sugars, and it's primarily artificial sugars. So if you have cancer, if you have metabolic type issues, avoid processed food, avoid sugars. And now when we look over here on the fats, you've got good fats and bad fats, right? Your body needs fats. Your body needs fats. So one of our seat cushions that we have, that we use around the office, it looks like a red ball. If you want to look at these seat cushions and imagine these seat cushions as being a cell within your body. If this is a cell in your body, every cell has an outer layer. It's called a double lipid bilayer. And what's a lipid, folks? A lipid is a fat. So every cell in your body has this outer layer of fat that allows good things in and wasteful products out. If you take all the fat out of your diet, how is this going to be replaced? So the problem is that if you're not replacing the outer layer of these fats, then good things aren't getting in and bad things aren't getting out. If this cell loses 60% of its oxygen, it will become hypoxic. If a cell becomes hypoxic, it's guaranteed to have cancer. So that's why when you look at these issues, fats are a key ingredient. We got to have fats, but there's good fats and bad fats. And again, this is fairly simple. Good fats are going to be real raw butter, nuts, and seeds. Bad fats are going to be anything that's processed. And folks, canola oil is a processed, man-made oil from rape seeds. Canola stands for Canadian oil linoleic acid. It's a man-made processed oil from the rapeseed. Not a good oil. Just flat out not a good oil. Friends of mine at Olive Oil Divine in Johnson City, that's where you need to go and order your oils and balsamics. Once you go there, it is an experience that will change how you eat food. You need to go there. So this is what it comes down to with fats and sugars. You need fats So avocados are great. Try and get one, maybe two a week. You need real butter, and real butter is not bad for you. You need nuts and seeds. Get your fats. Keep them in check, but get your fats. The bad fats, you got to get rid of them, folks. Same as sugars. Real sugars are not so much bad. You got to limit them, but you got to get rid of the processed stuff. Hopefully this helps. Look up our other videos. Click our links. If you got more questions, we are constantly taking new patients. We'll never turn anyone down. Call our office at 423-388-3643. And we will introduce you to our team approach to healthcare, where we have nurse practitioners, chiropractors, exercise technicians, medical doctors, and we all work together to give you your health based on fundamentals.